All right. Look at us. We have 3 of us here doing our thing.
Yep.
Hello,
We're a
party
whole
people.
coven.
Yeah, Jacq, welcome back to the show. You've been on the Captain's Log before, right?
No.
I have not.
Okay, so this is your
It's
first
my first
time on the
time.
Captain's Log. Wow, okay. There you go, complete with the spooky mood lighting there and everything. This is going to be fun. Yeah, so you've been with us on the review show. You talked about Mr. Robot Season 3 with us, and that was a lot of fun.
Parasite.
And Parasite.
Mm-hmm.
Good call. How has your week been?
Oh, it's been a week. Work in itself, it's always been stressful, but this week in particular was just kind of like the breaking point.
Oh no.
But thankfully the past day was fine though. So it ended on an okay note.
That's good. That's good. What do you do, if you don't mind me asking? Because I don't think I actually know what you do.
Yeah, right now I am a commercial biller, so I bill for commercial properties like local businesses and nationwide businesses, which
Okay.
I don't know how much I can talk about, how much is quote unquote confidential, but
So I have bills. Can I get you to send them my bills and have them pay for things?
I could try to find a way to work that out. I'm sure there's some way we could do that.
Let's make it happen. Sounds good. Sounds good. We also have Melissa Wilkinson here
Surprise,
with us as
yes.
usual. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Whoa, I am so surprised. You had an interesting wine glass there.
It's not a glass, it's 100% plastic. The weight of it is different in my hand, and I'm scared I'm going to spill it or knock it over.
Is it like extra light because it's it's not
Yeah, I'm used to drinking out of a full glass goblet, but this is, for the listener, a purple plastic skeleton hand wine glass, probably from Dollar Tree.
Probably. Well,
Probably.
that's okay
It was
because
a
I have
gift,
my
and it wasn't even a gift for me, so I really don't know.
I have my all plastic green Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cup that was definitely from the dollar store. So
Oh
good
man.
stuff.
I did have an alien glass that I was drinking a margarita out of, but I chugged it before this started, so I don't have that with me anymore.
Oh, dang. So I can picture it, though.
That's good.
I also have an alien margarita glass.
Yeah, that's a
Nice.
good one.
In a martini glass, in a tiny alien shot glass, because my parents went to the Southwest, and all I told them was I want margarita things and Roswell things, and they found both.
Nice.
They delivered.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Well, we are officially in October. It is spooky month. have you guys started your Halloween movie marathon thing? You're practicing your skeleton stuff, right?
I live a skeleton life every day.
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, let's see, Melissa. It's also your birthday weekend. Is that right?
It's next week. Yeah.
Next week. Okay, there you go. Well, you had the idea last week to do a fantasy draft. You
brought it
this
up. I've
to
had this
me.
in the back of my mind for a while. Then you were the one that was like, we should do a draft again.
Yeah, which we did one for Patreon.
Yes.
It was a Patreon exclusive fantasy movie draft, and I believe Ignacio from Crossplay joined us, which was a lot of fun. But tonight What are we going to be drafting?
We are drafting candy.
My favorite.
Candy.
It seems seasonally appropriate, although I think we decided to leave the door open to not strictly like Halloween related candies. So if you want to bring in something nobody would ever throw in a trick or treat bag or like another season's candy, it's on the table.
Gotcha. Okay. So all candy is up for grabs.
Mm-hmm.
What we're gonna do. So, I guess you guys might have a better way to explain this than I would, since you guys are bigger fans of these like fantasy podcasts than
just the one
than me. Yeah. There are multiple ones.
There are others out there,
but
you know, all fantasy everything. That one's the
Sure,
king
yeah.
up there on the mountain.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how exactly does this work?
Okay. We're each going to get 5 picks. We're going to go around in a circle, and we each name a candy. And at the end of the night, we're each going to have 5 candies. And if somebody names your candy, you don't get to pick it anymore. And we could, if you so choose, make this a serpentine draft. Now, what does that mean? That means that if you go last in the first round, you go first in the second round.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that seems good. I think we're just gonna have a chill night. We're just gonna sit here and talk about candy and what good candy is, what bad candy is, what candy you hate, stuff like that. It'll be fun. Who should go first? Since I would normally say, Melissa, you would go first since you're the birthday girl, or it will be this week.
Look,
but
I'm going to be 30 next week. Like, we don't got to make a big deal out of this.
it's still a birthday. Come on.
Yeah.
But we do have a guest. So my vote is that Jacq goes first.
Okay. Well, it is the voting season also, so I guess we will just take
True.
votes instead
True.
of doing a rock, paper, scissors. So yes, I will second Kyle's vote, and Jacq can go first and determine the draft order.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
man. What does everyone want the draft order to be? This is a democracy.
I mean, my vote was for just to have you go first, and you started out. And then I guess whoever you like more after that.
Well, you and I will do a rock, paper, scissors then. How about that, Kyle?
Yeah.
Okay?
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Roll
Rock,
a game of rock, paper, scissors.
shoot. Scissors, both of us. Okay.
2 scissors.
Rock,
Rock,
paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay. You eat me up.
Yes. So I go second then.
Gobble. Okay. So that means I get the hot
And then-
corner.
Yeah.
Hot corner.
There you go. We got a hot corner over here. Yeah. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Jacq, what is your ultimate candy?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I would be living a lie if I did not pick this first. To anyone who knows me, this probably isn't a surprise. My first pick is going to be M&M's.
Yes.
Okay. Is this just like plain old regular?
It is, but
Classic,
I
okay.
like M&M's in any form they come in. I will eat them any way that they are presented to me, but yes, the original M&M's
Now,
is my first pick.
let me ask you this. If you get multiple kinds of M&Ms and you mix them all in a bowl, is that considered a salad? An M&M salad.
I would consider that to be a thing, maybe.
There you go, Mom. You heard it here first. I will finally eat a salad.
Yeah, I feel like if you get like the peanuts in there, they're longer boys, you've got some textural difference. Like, as long as the things are different shapes
Yeah.
and sizes, I call that a salad. If it was all M&Ms of different flavors but the same shape and size, I don't know about that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have some like mini ones in
Oh,
there. You have
yeah.
to get the
Yeah.
crunchy ones. You have to get some of the like strange flavor ones that they had. The best ones that I had was like the thin mint one. They're not exactly thin mint, but they're
Oh.
like chocolate and
Yeah.
mint.
Those are
They're
good.
so good, so good.
Do you guys remember when M&M's minis first hit the scene? And I've
Oh,
not
yeah.
looked for them in a while. I
Mhm.
presume they still come in those little like flip top canisters.
Mhm.
Yeah, they do. I had some for a popcorn that I made last year. I made birthday cake popcorn and I got a bunch of
Yes.
mini M&Ms to put in
Oh,
there and it was
good.
really good.
Nice. That was our like one of our regular treats when we were kids is that our dad like if he had to work late or something, or if he had to go in on a Saturday or something, he would come home and he would bring us a little canister of mini M&Ms.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Pick number one for me. I'm in a similar boat. I would say my favorite candy is Twix. So I'm gonna go with Twix. It's a good mix of
Good.
stuff. So,
Classic.
Good stuff.
Can't disagree
Indeed.
with the Twix.
indeed.
I
Have
feel
you
like
tried any of the specialty Twix?
ooh, yeah.
I haven't. I've only seen the regular ones. I've seen a bunch of the like specialty Kit Kat stuff, but I've not seen very many of the like specialty Twix stuff
Yeah.
that they have.
I like a Twix. I feel like I never buy it on my own, but like if I'm presented a selection of candy and Twix is already there, then I tend to go for it.
Sam
Yeah.
says she has had cookies and cream Twix. And they're
Ooh.
okay.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Oh, nice. So is it
Yeah.
just like an Oreo type cookie in the middle? And where does the cream come in?
I wonder if the cream is replacing the caramel.
Ooh,
Yeah,
just
like that little
cream?
middle layer.
Oh man, just cream.
That's so good.
Maybe.
God, I'd miss the caramel though. The fun thing about a Twix is that you bite into it and it like pulls. It's got that caramel pull.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, Sam is confirming. Yeah, that we got it right.
I found pictures of it.
We're smart. We got kidneys. It always takes a second or two for people to get that one. Be like, wait, Kyle, are you just a dumbass? Yeah.
Man, I'm just
Good
looking at
stuff.
pictures of Twix, and this is a good time. Okay, it's my turn now, and I also
It is.
have a clear number one favorite candy. I think it's amazing that none of ours intersect because I am and always will be a Reese's Cup lady.
Ah. Good
Damn,
old
that was on
chocolate
my
and peanut
list.
butter.
That is the number one candy for me for Halloween and for any season. But I have very strong childhood memories of every Halloween. My parents would take this giant stock pot out of the closet. They never found a reason to use it like any other time of the year. I think maybe my dad made a lot of gumbo to take to work. But mostly, there was this giant, like, blue painted huge stock pot that lived in the closet, and it would come out for Halloween, and that's what all the candy would go in. We didn't have a Halloween bowl. It was just a regular stock pot. But Dad would get the Reese's, and so like
That's funny.
God, just that container filled with Reese's hits like a really happy part of my brain. And the Reese's looked so big when I was little. Like a couple years ago, I wanted to go buy some Reese's. Like maybe like the first Halloween when I wasn't living at my parents' house anymore. And I went to the store and they all looked small. I'm like, oh, they look
Yeah.
bigger when Dad buys them.
Right?
When Dad buys them and puts them in the Halloween pot.
It's also kind of disappointing that in the like king size versions, it's just in extra. It's not just like here's like a giant size Reese's peanut butter cup the size of your face.
I mean, they got the thick boys, but yeah, they don't make one that's the size of like a personal pan pizza. I guess you just have to do that on your own time at home with a tart pan.
They probably exist. I'm sure they're out there somewhere, like official, like here's a giant size Reese's cup.
Big Reese's. Not the Reese's big cup.
Tub.
Sure.
Not a cup, that's a bathtub.
It's a bird bath.
I'm curious, what are your thoughts on like mini Reese's, on the eggs, on the bats, on the different shapes?
I like
the
them all.
ratio is always different on those.
I like them all. You know what I love are these new Reese's Thins.
I haven't had those.
I still haven't tried those
They're
yet.
really good, and they come in dark chocolate, and it's like such a good ratio. I love any form of a peanut butter cup. Reese's are not like the Trader Joe's ones that are like super smooth peanut butter. They're all good. I think the peanut butter cup is the perfect candy.
Good stuff.
They're good. I like the eggs a lot. I don't know why those in particular I like, but they're really good.
Because there's no pretense to it. It's just a mound. And like it is what it is. Like, you know, that tree doesn't always look like a tree, but an egg you can replicate.
Yeah.
Sam wants to know your thoughts on Reese's Pieces.
I
Does
like
that
Reese's.
stack up there?
I will say I like a Reese's Pieces. I don't think I like a Reese's Pieces as much as I like a peanut butter M&M, which I'm not going to take because I'm presuming all M&Ms are off the table now. But yeah, I love them too. I love the Reese's cups that have the Reese's Pieces inside them.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
those are good.
I want to see like how deep this can go. Like, you know those little Reese's cups that are inside ice cream? I want to get like a big Reese's that's full of the small ice cream Reese's.
What about
I want a
a
Reese's
giant
Inception.
Reese's Piece with Reese's cups inside?
Oh my god! And it is like the size of an ostrich egg. It's like
It's just
as
an
big as a
ostrich egg,
baby's
yeah.
head. God, just a big piece full of cups. My favorite tarot card.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, Melissa, you also have the fourth pick.
Ooh. Okay. Dang. I got a clear second favorite, but I don't know if it's something either of you will take, so I might save it for later. Instead, I might grab... You know what I'm going to go for? I am going to go for a candy that is truly alone in its field. I'm taking Heath.
Ooh.
Heath bars.
That's
yeah,
good.
the score bar exists, but I don't remember the last time I've seen one. Heath has dominated the toffee market.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm not a big toffee fan. Like I guess I just don't really understand it. What is it?
What are your questions?
What is toffee?
It's like hardened sugar.
Okay.
Basically, it's like crispy, crunchy, crackly, hardened sugar. Like covered in chocolate. Maybe it's got almonds.
Mm-hmm.
Not
It's
a fan of almonds.
It's caramel, but it's like brittle.
Sure. Yeah.
It's like the in-between. It's the middle anamorph.
Yeah. Caramel, toffee, peanut brittle.
Okay. Good stuff. I've really only I think I've had it in like a milkshake. My mom had like a Heath milkshake, and she's like, I don't want the rest of this, and I was like, all right, I'll have the rest. But that's it. I don't think I've bought a Heath bar.
I commonly get it in stuff. I've bought Heath chips for baking, and I have these older neighbors where I run their errands for them, and several times they've asked me to buy them the big bags of tiny individual wrapped like square inches of Heath. And I always want to ask if I can have one, but I haven't yet.
You just have to buy your own.
I guess I could. Just, my own separate bag of Heaths. Upstairs,
Yeah.
downstairs. We both have one.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Good
I
stuff.
will warn you, if you do ever happen to get one of those, don't freeze it. I got a bag of those
yes.
once and I froze them because I do like cold chocolate and like
Yes.
other stuff that I won't mention yet. I put in the freezer and it's still okay to eat, but that, not good when you freeze it. It's like biting into glass.
Oh,
That-
yeah.
that-
That
that's
sounds
what
rough.
I would figure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I have the next pick. I think what
Yes.
I'm about to pick will shock you all
Okay.
because I am
Okay.
picking Shockers.
Oh! I
Yep,
don't even
bringing
think
back the
about
90s.
Shockers.
So many people forget about Shockers, and I've gone to places and they don't stock them. Or they have the
Yeah.
we have the chewy sour sweet tarts and stuff. I was like, it's not the same. I want Shockers.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
Shockers is my number 2 pick. I love these because when I was a kid, Warheads were too sour for
Right.
me, and Shockers was like the step down where it's like it's sour, but it's not. It's not
Yeah.
that bad.
Yeah,
Right,
it doesn't
so-
have as violent of a name.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Willy Wonka Shockers
Oh, it's a Wonka candy.
sure is.
I feel like if you could find that anywhere, it would be in the dollar store. Like, the dollar stores always have the most obscure candies that you can't find other places. Like, I'm sure no one's gonna take Boston baked beans, so I can say that here. Like, you can
Yeah.
find those there.
Yeah, and I feel like Shockers, I feel like you would get those the closer you got to either coast. Like, I don't think us in the Midwest have Shockers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're usually at gas stations,
Mm-hmm.
but more often than not, you will see a gas station that just doesn't have them. So hard to find sometimes.
Okay.
But
Good.
a good choice in my opinion.
Yeah, and I also want to, since you brought it up, talk about like the sweet, like the chewy sweet sour tarts. Those guys?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's Spree. Dang it! I
Mhm.
know I just said another candy. I don't imagine anybody's gonna take Spree.
No.
The first Christmas after my nephew was born, his grandma on his like other side of the family, who we'd met a handful of times, sent over like Christmas stockings for me and my younger brother. It's like, here you go. My new grandchild's like little child aunt and uncle that he has. You kids get candy for Christmas. So I've got real fond memories around that type of candy.
Good
Nice.
stuff. Good stuff. All right, Jack, back to you. What is your second pick?
Okay. I'm gonna keep on the sour trend and draft Sour Patch Kids,
Ah,
which are some of my favorites. I like all the different flavors too. I love always finding a new brand of Sour Patch Kids, whether
Ooh.
it be the tropical or the fire hot, which I haven't tried those, but
Wow.
you know.
I've never ventured out and gotten I've not even tried the watermelon ones. I've just gotten the straight up classic Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, the classic they're probably the best. But
Yeah,
yeah, the other ones that I've tried are pretty good too. Like Tropical's good.
I imagine the tropical ones would be good, but I don't feel like the what did you say, the hot one, the cinnamon ones? I don't know. No, thank you.
Yeah, I think the main deterrent from that one too is that it's only one flavor, as far
Yeah.
as I'm aware.
Yeah.
And the good thing about Sour Patch Kids is that you get 4 flavors, so there's more of a variety. So I
I'm
haven't
not
tried
a
those yet.
True.
I'm not a sour candy person. What are the 4 key flavors, the 4 elements of Sour Patch Kids?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to look this up because I remember them when I have them in front of me, but
Yeah.
there's blue raspberry.
Ooh.
Red berry, orange, and lime? No.
Red berry.
Well, okay, let's see what it says here. Sour Patch Kids. The original line of Sour Patch Kids included lime, lemon, orange, and red berry, or red raspberry.
Okay.
Okay. That sounds about right. And I think the only difference is that now they have blue raspberry sometimes. But yeah,
sure
they're good. If you like citrus flavors, they're good, which I'm a big citrus person, so I think that's why they appeal to me so much.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, those are good.
I think that's tremendously fortunate that your two favorite candies are frequently mentioned in Mr. Robot.
It's fate, honestly. Like, if that didn't seal the deal. Yeah. For number 3, I'm going to draft another chocolate candy, and it is Hershey's milk chocolate.
Oh, classic!
Plain, simple, but it gets the job done, and that's the one that I would freeze before eating. It tastes really good frozen, for some reason. Couldn't tell you why.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
I've never frozen it, but that I might have to try that because I normally have a huge sweet tooth, and so I buy candy bars all the time. And one of my staples, is like the big giant Hershey bar, and I just eat that slowly. So good stuff.
Yeah, I respect it. I remember being on a road trip once, and my parents took me into the gas station. They're like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "Honestly, just regular, just plain. Slowly work on a big plain Hershey bar for the next 3 hours."
Now, if you had to venture out of the plain Hershey bar, do you like any of the other flavors, or are you against them? You're like, I hate the symphony ones that they do.
I don't know if I've ever tried the symphony, but I do like their dark chocolate, and I used to love the cookies and cream.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Cookies and cream one a lot. Let's see, Hershey. I'm trying to think because I've seen the symphony ones, but I don't really get what they are. I think
it's like almond and toffee bits.
Ooh, that sounds good.
They have it's not just one flavor though.
Oh heck, you're right. I'm seeing blue ones and red ones.
Yeah, it's like a certain style of them preparing it.
It's artisanal. Okay, Blue Symphony is creamy milk chocolate, almonds, and toffee chips. Red Symphony just says creamy milk chocolate. Yeah, what the heck is the deal with Red Symphony?
Right? Yeah. Wikipedia says Symphony is a variety of 2 chocolate bars made by Hershey, blah, blah, blah. The milk chocolate contains identical ingredients used in the regular chocolate bars made by Hershey's, but having varying amounts of some ingredients, specifically cocoa butter, chocolate, and lactose, in order to give them a creamier flavor. It marked the first departure from Hershey's original milk chocolate recipe in 1894.
Wow.
Designed by Milton Hershey.
Man.
The name Symphony was given to the bars because it is supposed to be a treat to the mouth in the same way that music is to the ears.
I thought it was because it was for adults, so it was named after a thing adults liked.
You've had chocolate, but get ready for chocolate for adults.
Do you income taxes?
Now with
the
more
candy
taxes,
bar.
yeah, right.
I have to take grandma to the doctor's office. The candy bar.
There's a candy bar for that.
Overtime, the candy bar.
That's funny. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so I'm up next.
Yes.
My third thing. I'm going to go with a Crunch Bar.
Ah!
Ooh.
Crunch bars are good. I like that milk chocolate, like what Jacq just got, but sometimes I need a little bit of texture
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
in there too. So Crunch
Nice.
Bar it was, and if someone else had gotten Crunch Bar, I was gonna fight for a Crackle.
Ooh, Crackle also good.
Yeah,
They are
both
good.
are
Both
very
good.
good.
I believe this is one of Sam's favorites out there listening in the audience. I remember I used to buy Sam crunchy chocolate all the time when we were teens.
Nice.
Nice.
Good stuff. Yeah, I feel like in the like Halloween packs that you get, there's always like the small crackle bars. I never see them any other time of
I
year.
want a full size one.
Yeah.
I would love that. That and a supply of shockers, since no one seems to have them. But yeah, good stuff.
Okay. It's my turn next. And then, let's see. I am going to take. Okay, this is another one of my very favoritist candies. I didn't know if either of you were going to take it because it's kind of an underdog. It's slightly more obscure. It's a cult hit. It's a cult hit candy bar, and it's the Take 5.
Ooh.
I don't even think I know that one.
A Take
That's
5
good.
is it is a bar from the Hershey's Corporation, and this includes 5 separate elements: milk chocolate, pretzels, peanut butter, peanuts, and caramel.
Yeah, I could do without the pretzels and the nuts.
It's good though. This is truly the taste symphony. I don't know why they're calling a symphony bar when there's like 3 things in it. That's less than these 5 things.
Yeah. It's
Melissa,
incredible.
did you know that they make Reese's Take Fives?
Yes, I've seen them. I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah. See, I feel like I would try
yeah.
a Reese's Take 5 more than I would just a regular Take 5, but I think that's just because of the packaging and the like name recognition. Like, oh, this one also has Reese's.
Man, I Googled it and I found a picture of the old Take 5 packaging because Take 5 came out in, I believe, the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Like
That sounds right.
2003 to 5 maybe, and it was in this red packaging, and then it like
I think I'm looking at
disappeared,
the same thing.
and then it came back a couple years ago and it looked different, but it still tasted the same and good.
The one I'm looking at is a picture from eBay for a
Oh my
for a
gosh.
original packaging Take 5 bar.
Oh
It is
man,
$29.83.
Holy cow.
I don't think I would do that. I don't think I would do that, but I'm not definitely
Just one
saying
bar.
no. I have big emotional memories with the Take 5 bar. When I was in high school, when I was in my first high school, because halfway through high school, they changed the boundary lines in our district, and then I had to go to
Okay.
West. But my first 2 years, I was at
That sucks.
Central. And at Central, they had this candy cart. And maybe they had one at West too. I don't remember, but I know I was always at the
Yeah.
Central one. And on Wednesdays, I would buy a piece of candy. And then that would be my treat that night while I watched the new episode of Lost. So I have a lot of
Oh.
memories of in high school, new episode of Lost. I've got a pack of Take 5 bars, or if they weren't available, I got those peanut butter M&Ms.
Nice. That it's not a well, I guess you could argue for it being a candy, but when the Girl Scout cookies came out, my favorites were always the Thin Mints, and I would freeze those, and I would come home from school, and the first thing I would do was grab a sleeve of those cookies and a soda and watch Dragon Ball Z, and I would just sit there and chow down.
A sleeve.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's one helping. At least I say so.
What soda would you have with these? What soda
All
pairs
sorts.
with a Thin Mint?
Yeah.
Well, my parents usually kept our like soda fridge out in the garage all stocked up, but I would go between Coca-Cola and orange soda and Mountain Dew and all of that stuff. So I feel like if you're actually trying to pair one, though, I would say an orange soda would go with them, because you almost have that chocolate and orange thing.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You do have the mint in the Thin Mints, and so it's not the exact same. But yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
I can see that kind of working though, because like I have this hand sanitizer that's citrus and peppermint.
Ooh.
And the scents together remind me of Soarin'.
Ah!
The Soarin' over California, because those are like the two scents that it kind of emits into the audience. So I could see that working.
Nice. Yeah. To talk about sodas briefly, I have an important trick-or-treat memory from when I was in, I think, 8th grade. And we went trick-or-treating. Like, one of the last couple years you knew you could reasonably trick-or-treat, at least in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like as a young teen, that weighed heavily on you, like the time limit on you trick-or-treating. Although now as an adult, I imagine that, like, if like a 19-year-old showed up at my door, I'm not turning them away or questioning them. Like, it's not like adults know how old you are. Especially if you're covered in costume supplies. Like, they can't tell. They're not going to turn you away or judge you. They're like, oh, we're 14. Time's almost up. Let's all go trick-or-treating this year. And we went around Pleasant Hollow, which is not my immediate suburb. It's like a suburb over.
Yeah.
And I remember we went by one guy's house, and he's like, hey, I'm out of candy. And he was like sitting at a fire pit, like in his driveway, and he had his garage door open. And he went into
But I got some beer. You want some?
No, he went into the second fridge in the garage for beverages, and he's like, you guys can each pick out one can of soda.
Wow.
That's nice.
What a guy.
Yeah, so that's a favorite trick-or-treat of mine, even though it doesn't count for this draft.
Good stuff.
That's good.
Well, and then I've got another one.
Okay.
As it is, Serpentine Draft. Man. I'm going to go with a Kit Kat.
Classic.
I like a Kit Kat. I'd say after Reese's, a Kit Kat is the next most common candy I just buy for myself. I love that, like, when all the chocolate collects on the end and you bite off that little, like, chocolate nub at the end before you even get into where the wafers are. That's good.
Good stuff. Good stuff indeed.
I think that my favorite Kit Kats are the green tea or matcha Kit Kats, which I tried for the first time at your first apartment.
Oh, yeah!
Melissa. And it was the night that you were practicing your Dr. Jekyll and Guy Fieri facial hair. Yes. So I was like eating matcha Kit Kats while you were drawing on a fake beard. I have this very distinct memory of that.
I'm glad you remember this. That's right. Like my
Dr.
first
Jekyll, Guy Fieri?
Yeah, that was a Halloween costume I did a couple years ago. Dr. Jekyll and Guy Fieri. And I wore a lab coat and a Hawaiian shirt, and I had safety goggles turned around on the back of my head. And like a spiky blonde wig and a soul patch, and I like drank out of a beaker all night. Yeah.
This is Flavor Town, Flavor Town. Good stuff. Oh man, okay. My turn. What do I want to do? I think I'm gonna go with nerds.
Ooh.
Nerds are a good one.
Man, that is a good pick.
I feel like that's also like a good staple Halloween candy because they're in those like little small boxes, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like it's like 2 bites of them and they're done, but it's still like this is good. This is all I needed of that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember when I was younger, like wanting to buy the bigger boxes and just being
Yeah.
like, "This is good. I am an adult. I can have the bigger size." And it just like I like these, but not that much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember the Nerds ropes?
Yes.
That
Those were
was
good.
Nerds rope.
that was gonna be a thing. If someone else had said nerds, I'd been like, "Can I get nerds rope? Because I like nerds rope."
Mhm. Did they sell just the rope?
I feel like that's just a Twizzler.
Yeah.
Rope only.
A thick Twizzler, a very thick one.
What's the if it's a nerds rope? No. Never mind. I was hoping to make a joke somewhere in there. It's not. There's no nerds, and it's not a jock, so it must be a something. And then it's just like, what do you say for just like a normal person? It's a
Only
normal
rope.
person.
A Charlie bucket. Like those are the 5 social classes in high school. You've got TV
Yeah.
kid, you've got gum girl, you've got brat, you've got
Gum girl.
large boy, and you got bucket.
Oh man, gum girl.
Have you guys heard the song Chew Bubble Gum Lucy Lum?
No, who's that
Oh,
by?
man.
I have
Sounds
no
familiar.
idea. This was a song that they would play for us in elementary school music class in like 1st and 2nd grade. It's some novelty tune. Let me look it up now because I have no idea who sings this.
Ballad of Lucy Lum.
Yes, who did this?
Wow.
Let's see here.
Oh, but
Amazon
it's just about a
Music.
girl. She chewed bubble gum for every meal, and she gained no weight. And then she became so light that she blew a bubble, and the bubble got too big, and it lifted her off the ground because she weighed nothing. The size of the bubble, she just flew away. Goodbye.
Wow.
This is a song for children.
Man.
Don Mitchell and Joe Wayman.
Whew.
I think are.
I don't
I
know
have no
who they
idea
are,
who
but
they
that
are.
sounds like where it would come from.
Yeah.
Ballad of Lucy Lum.
Yeah, that's
you
a
go.
real haunting childhood memory. And also this elementary school music class. Every fall, like around Halloween, our music teacher would put up this, she'd pin this little comic to the bulletin board. And it was this boy talking about the classical piece of music, the Danse Macabre. But he's sitting there, and while he's describing this to you, he's just musing on the Danse Macabre. He's just eating a lot of burgers. He's this like Augustus Gloop boy, just got like a pile of burgers next to him, and he talks about the Danse Macabre, and he just feeds another burger into his mouth. And I
Oh
don't,
my
I
gosh.
don't know what the connection was. I don't
I
know.
think
why.
that's the true dance macabre.
Wow.
I gotta track down Danse Macabre Burger Boy.
Oh,
Let's see,
man.
dance macabre burger boy. I'm typing this in Google.
Oh my god.
I
It
see.
only gives you like 10 pictures and then it stops. Like, we don't think we're giving you what you want.
It's mostly Bob's
Right.
burger stuff, and
Was
then
this something that like my
Yeah.
elementary school music teacher drew herself?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Then I see it looks like some kind of Sims fan art, some sexy
Yeah.
burger lady.
Burger babe, yes. Not what I'm looking for, but also good. Man.
Oh well.
Anyway, what candy is next?
let's see that I just did nerd, so that was my fourth pick. There we go. Before we continue, I have to ask you guys this: how do you guys feel about candy corn?
I'm not opposed to it, but it's never been something I've been fond of. Like,
Same.
enjoy your candy corn, but I'm not
Okay.
I'll eat
necessarily huge on it.
I'll eat some of it. Like I'll eat 6 candy corn, and then I'm good.
Yeah.
I maybe socially will eat one of them just to make it look like I'm eating them, but then no, they're not for me. I don't like them. I don't hate them like some people do, where they're like, oh, they're the worst. They taste like wax. But not a fan of candy corn. No, thank you.
Yeah, I think they're lawful neutral.
Yeah. That's the best way to describe them.
I would even say chaotic neutral, just because of how polarizing they are.
Yeah, but
Right?
that's not their fault. They're just behaving themselves. They're so consistent year after year.
Maybe they're true
there's
neutral.
just so much
Yeah,
chaos
maybe.
around them. I don't know. Anyways, not a fan of candy corn, all that stuff. So there you go. Next ones, I think, go back to you, Jacq. I think you're up next. Is that right?
Yeah. For pick number 4, I'm gonna go with another sour-ish candy. I'm gonna go with Starburst, another favorite of mine. And those I also like all of the variants of. Anytime they have a Starbucks, I almost said Starbucks, a Starburst, like different flavor, like tropical, or they used to have Baja California, which I don't remember the flavors of those, but they
These
were
taste
really
like
good.
Baja Blast and fish tacos, I guess.
Yeah, they were tasty though. I like a Starburst.
If they made Starbucks Starbursts, what flavors would they be?
I would think they would be like the refresher flavors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
A
the
dragon fruit.
strawberry acai. Yeah, the dragon fruit. That would be good.
I could see them doing some kind of like chocolatey, like a caramel macchiato type of thing for some of them. Like if they did like actual coffee flavors and stuff like that. Like here, like all of their different roasts that they have. Like here's our pumpkin spice latte one.
Would
Here's
you
our
chew a coffee
caramel
though?
macchiato. I feel like they have some like coffee flavored taffy out there. That's
I think I've
almost
seen
the
that.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. A Starburst really is just a compressed taffy.
Yeah.
Compressed gel or something.
It's very compact.
Yeah. Were you ever able to unwrap them with your tongue? Were you one of those people?
I never tried that before.
Hey, Kyle, you have to remember that you live in Virginia, our sexiest state.
Not our sexiest state. Where did that come from?
Thing everybody encountered.
No, I mean, like that was the thing of like, oh, can you tie a cherry stem in your mouth and all that stuff?
I know
can you
that.
unwrap a starburst in your mouth? And yeah, there were people who would stick one in fully wrapped and then pull out the wrapper. I was just like, you guys are weird, man. I like it, but you're weird.
Man, do you think that's easier or harder to do than the cherry stem? Because I have always wanted to learn how to do the cherry stem, and I feel like it's a classier option. That's the option for adults. Right. But if the Starburst one is easier, I could start there and work my way up.
I feel like it would be more complicated because every now and then you get a Starburst wrapper that sticks to the actual Starburst, and it's like, oh, there's still paper on this. Oh well, and you still eat the thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I feel like it would be like that. Like once it gets soggy, like you're working on limited time there, right? Whereas the cherry stem, I feel like will be fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
probably
don't
less
know.
likely to choke you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what is the best flavor of Starburst? Because I was not a big Starburst kid, but whenever I did have it, I think I went for those pink ones, and I don't know if that's common.
I would say so.
Okay.
And I know in recent years they've started releasing
Yeah.
packs of them that are just the pink flavor.
Ooh.
So I
Oops,
think
all
that the
pink.
world agrees. Yeah.
Sam says strawberry and lemon combo.
Ah,
Have them
nice.
both at the
Yeah.
same time. That sounds good.
I think I would do that.
Good old strawberry lemonade.
They do have a pack that's like combination flavors where they'll take two flavors and it'll be in the same little square,
Woo.
and those are pretty good.
Nice. Man, Starburst to me is the candy of other kids in middle school had it and sometimes would give me one.
Oh,
If you're good.
Oh, like somebody would come in and I don't know where they'd get it from, but they'd have, just like one of those 8-inch packages of Starburst, and they'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
what's a Starburst? Like,
Mhm.
you're not having all of them, but like my immediate cluster of desks, you guys can each have
Yeah.
one.
That actually reminds me of something, but before I mention that story, do you guys know those giant packs of Toblerone, right?
yeah.
Do they sell giant packs of Starburst like that? Just like just like a gigantic like meter long thing of Starburst.
They should.
I've never seen one, but I hope so.
Have you seen where you can customize a Toblerone?
No.
No.
Because you can get, the Toblerone itself is the same, but you can get whatever text you want on the box where it would say Toblerone. And I'm just
I think I've
imagining
seen
one
that.
of those, but you're customizing the Starburst font. Like just the Starburst font, but it says Kyle is really funny.
That fits really well.
Yeah. So there was this one time in middle school. You reminded me of this because of the cluster of desks and candy and stuff. And this was, it was my math class, and we were at a table of these 4 desks. I was friends with 2 of the people, and then the 4th guy I didn't really know, but I'd seen him around and stuff, and we were all cool. We were talking and stuff that first week, getting to know one another, and then I forget who brought it in. I think it was the guy that sat next to me. He had a giant bag of Skittles, of sour Skittles. And he was trying to open it up, and he couldn't do it, so he passed it to me. I couldn't do it, so we passed it to the girl that was sitting next to me, and she finally managed to get it open, but the thing exploded right as the bell rang, and so we're on the ground like trying to scoop up all of these sour Skittles, because our teacher was like, once the bell rings, this is my time. Like blah blah. You don't do it. And we're just like, oh fuck, shit, get this Skittles, come on. But it was good. It was fun.
A couple years ago, I went to see a live Welcome to Night Vale show. This was at the. Where the heck was it? Some fancy performing arts center around St. Louis, like a classy establishment. What's the place that's supposed to be like acoustically perfect?
The type of place where they tie cherry
Is it the
stems
Sheldon
in their
Theater?
mouth.
Yes, I think it's the Sheldon, right? The Sheldon Concert Hall. And I got good seats. I'm sitting like a couple rows from the front, but I can see that in the first row, there's a mom and like 2 teenage kids. And this is in the middle of the show. Cecil Baldwin's up there. saying something spooky. And this mom takes out a big family-sized bag of Skittles out of her purse, opens it up, and like the kids hold out their hands, and the mom pours Skittles in both of their
have
hands.
some more.
12 feet away from Cecil Baldwin. Like,
Oh
this
my
isn't
gosh.
the movies.
That's funny. I've snuck candy into movie theaters all the time. That's what you're supposed to do, basically. But nothing like that where I've just had like a giant size bag of Skittles and it's like here you go. Let's share it with the whole row.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Melissa, I think I've mentioned this story, the milk dud story.
Oh,
with my mom.
Yes.
We were at some movie. My mom had milk duds. She just, had the like regular size box, but then didn't finish them and was like, "Hey, do you want them?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And so I ate the rest of them, and then like that next week, she buys me like those like milk cartons size of milk duds, and I was just like,
gosh.
"Huh, okay, thanks. I didn't need this, but thank you." And then just like that next day, I'm sitting there eating them, and I was like, "Hey, Mom, why did you buy me all of these milk duds?" And she goes, "Oh, they're your favorite, right?" It's like, no. Literally the first time I've ever had them was when you handed them to me in the movies. She was like, "Oh, well, why did I think they were your favorite?" I was like, "I don't know. Like, you just make that up and bought me a giant milk carton size of milk duds." Like, I don't know.
Right. His favorite candy is just milk. Boy loves milk.
I mean, it's chocolate and it's caramel, and I like that stuff. So.
Your mom sounds like
good
somebody
stuff.
who never finishes a meal.
Oh, no, never.
I don't know if any mom completely eats a single meal. I feel like moms don't finish it and then you get to have it. Or if you don't finish yours, mom finishes it for you.
Yeah. Or they'll take anything you drop.
Yes.
My
I don't
mom
know why
is
they do
the
that.
type of person to not finish her own food and will just sit there like playing with it, but will also not only that, but she makes all these substitutions like, "Hey, instead of this sauce, can I get it with the cream cheese, and I want this thing, and can I have that on the side, and instead of the tuna, can I get the mahi instead?" And it's just like, you're just making up your own meal at this point. Like, this isn't even on the menu. And then when the food comes, the first thing she will do is look at my dad's food and go, "Oh, that looks good. Here, let me have some." And she'll eat his. And it's like, no wonder you don't eat your own food. You eat everyone else's food. And
Yeah,
So,
it
that's my mom.
physically pains me to go out to eat. Just being on my own, because like I can't have gluten, so I always have to ask for stuff like not on a bun or this and that, and it like pains me if something comes out on a bun. But then my mom will be ordering stuff on the side and everything, and I'm just like, "No, please, this is gonna make it so much harder."
Like, you actually have a legitimate reason to be like, "Hey, I can't eat gluten." My mom is just like, "I'm not feeling this. How about we switch it with this thing? And instead of that, I'm going to get this, but put that on the side." And she's just like, "You have no reason to do this. You're not even going to eat this, Mom. Like, come on."
And my mom eats anything. I think she just thanks the Lord for any meal at all. Like she has no
dub. Thanks for the grub.
right. Like we'll be going out to eat, and I'm like, "Where do you want to go?" She's like, "Well, I don't know. Anywhere you want to go." Like she never has a preference. I remember last year we were having dinner together. I was gonna order bread cone. It was during Lent. So I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna get something meatless for Mom."
Mm-hmm.
and I ordered like a nice grilled cheese, and instead they sent us like the kid grilled cheese, which is just two slices of white bread with American cheese in the middle. And my mom's like, "Oh no!" And I was really upset. I'm like, "Oh, they messed up the order," and I didn't even look. I just saw it was a sandwich box. They didn't look at the sandwich. I was like, "Oh no, it's fine. I like it." She's just learned to be good with, "Oh, it's Lent. Time for me to eat a plain grilled cheese. I'll take it."
There you go. Good stuff. Okay, I think my turn next, right? I think that's what we're on here.
I don't think I've picked my last and final one.
Okay,
as
well
it is
then,
a serpentine.
Yes.
Jacq, go for it.
Okay. I had a few that I was going back and forth on, and I think there's a possibility that Melissa might pick one of them, so I'm gonna leave it up to her to pick it.
You don't have to.
No, it's okay. I want to, because the other one I like just as much.
Okay.
And I feel like it doesn't get enough love, and that is Sixlets. Which are M&Ms, pretty much, but they're like in these round little balls, and there's more of a candy coating to them.
Yes,
and they're
crunchier.
flavorful. Yeah, they're so good though. Especially
Like
the orange. That's my
nerds
favorite.
with chocolate instead, though.
Yes, they are chocolate.
Yeah. Okay.
There's like little
Okay.
BBs. Yeah,
they're
that
so
was the
good.
#1 Nagel's candy.
Yeah.
I don't know where to get them now.
Speaking of BBs,
Yes.
my last one is Butterfinger BBs.
Aha!
Ooh.
'Cause
Throwback.
those were great. Yeah, I like Butterfingers, but there was something just about the Butterfinger BBs that I liked better.
Yeah.
And I remember they had that big marketing push with The Simpsons, and Bart was all about them and stuff like that. And I was just like, these are cool. Bart Simpson likes these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're good. So I'll go with Butterfinger BBs.
I think that's still a candy that is very well heralded. I believe people like the BB format better than the traditional bar format.
Yeah, I think so too, but I think those are another ones that they're hard to find.
What, a Butterfinger?
No, the Butterfinger BB.
Well, I don't think they exist anymore.
Do they not?
I think they think that was a late 90s existence. They're I think right now we have Butterfinger Bites, but they're like the regular Butterfinger shape, just smaller. Yeah, Butterfinger BBs. Yeah, I don't think those have been around since maybe the Clinton administration.
There's a petition on change.org to bring them back.
It's the Clinton's
no,
fault.
I'm sorry. According to throwbacks.com, they were discontinued in 2006, but I don't remember seeing them that late.
Wow, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Someone made a
Butterfinger
comment.
BBs.
Oh gosh, someone made a comment under reasons for signing. This is the best product Butterfinger has ever made. I can no longer enjoy your product, for it sucks by comparison. Jeez.
Yeah, I feel
Raise
like
the
a
bar so
Butterfinger is probably the largest divisive candy. Because I feel like people are either all about the Butterfinger, like my dad's a
I would say
Butterfinger fella, but
that's
not
what
everybody
candy
is.
corn is.
Yeah, but
Most
that's
people love
seasonal,
or
like
hate
year
candy corn.
round. I think year round, it's Butterfinger is America's strongest dividing line.
Huh.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, maybe.
I like it
Trying
though.
to think of what else would be.
I do like it. I like it when it's in
divisive.
stuff. Like I remember
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
the Butterfinger McFlurry back in the day.
Those are good.
Uh-huh.
Those are good. All right, Melissa,
Okay.
round us out. What's the last pick go to?
I didn't think about this until like 15 minutes ago. And maybe it's not the best candy, but whenever you encounter it, you are so excited to encounter it. This candy makes me very happy, and it's Pez.
Pez.
Ooh.
Pez! Pez That's the only candy that comes with an accessory. It's the candy you have to,
Yeah.
like, serve to yourself. And when you're a little kid, it makes you feel very active. You know, like you're an active participant in your own feed and care. You know, when you're real little and you can't do anything for yourself, but you can get a Pez out of the Pez dispenser. You can pick out your own Pez dispenser that's different from your brother's.
Well, I can't touch the stove, so I guess I'll just get myself a Pez.
I'll just eat Pez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember last time I had Pez, but I love it.
My middle school science teacher was a Pez dispenser collector. And he had thousands or hundreds of them. He had ones that you can only get these ones in Japan. And it was just like, okay.
That's a
whatever you
cool
want there,
hobby,
dude.
though. I mean, they seem like they don't stand up very easily, but otherwise, cool thing to collect.
Yeah, it's a collection you don't see very often. It's an eclectic collection.
There is a restaurant in St. Louis named Blueberry Hill, which is just chock full of everything. It's like one of those restaurants that has stuff all over the walls, but it's all like very specific curated collections. And like, it's a big restaurant. And like in different areas, there'll be like different sort of rooms or different themed walls. And in the room where they have like darts and like arcade games and everything, they've got a whole wall that's just Pez dispensers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's see. Sam wants to know, Jacq, what was the candy that you thought Melissa was going to pick there at the end?
Ooh, I thought that you were maybe going to pick Hershey's Kissables.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about Kissables!
Because I feel like we had a conversation about them years ago about how good they were, and it's such a shame that they just disappeared.
Oh my god, that was another, like, I'm in 9th grade, I'm gonna go home and watch Lost candy. God, Kissables.
Interesting.
Man, yeah. God, I love Kissables. Originally, my final pick was gonna be Twizzlers, because I've been all chocolate. I am like a 95% chocolate person, but my favorite fruit candy is the Twizzler, the classic Twizzler.
Sam says, oh, fuck, I love those.
Yes.
So,
And Sam, we were texting earlier,
People
Sam would love to throw out the High Chew.
High Chew. I haven't
Yeah.
had those yet, but I see them all the time.
Yeah, what were everybody's honorable mentions?
That's what I was just about to
Yeah.
ask. I think I was gonna go with the 100 grand.
Oh,
bar.
me too! I love the 100
That's one that's
grand.
not right. Like it's not super popular. It's not out
Yeah.
there all that often, but it's a good mix of stuff, right? It's that that chocolate and that crunchiness and the caramel. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
The only one I had that hasn't been mentioned is Milky Way.
Ah,
Milky
nice.
Way's another
That's
good
another
one.
one that I like. But yeah, Reese's were on there. Crunch was on there. Had a lot of backups.
I
I had Three
uh,
Musketeers and Rolo.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Rolos.
Those are both good.
Rolo's a good road trip candy. But
Indeed.
which I mean, I went on one road trip when I was 12 and we all shared a bag of Rolos and we never did it again. But that one time, it was a good
Right.
Rolo time. The other stuff on my list was Mr. Goodbar. For more holiday themed candies that aren't Halloween, I had the Ferrero Rocher and the Andes
Ooh.
Mint.
Mm.
Specifically the pear flavored Jelly Belly. I love that pear. There's never enough pear flavored things anywhere.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And this is a new candy. This one's only been on the scene for like 3 or 4 years. But the
Hot
Hershey's
off the
Gold.
presses.
Hershey's Gold is
Ooh.
wonderful.
What is that one?
This is let me look up exactly what it is. It's a gold bar. It's labeled as caramelized cream on the package. So
Mhm.
it's not chocolate. It's a chocolate consistency, but it's got this like caramel butterscotch kind of taste to it, and it's filled with like
Interesting.
little tiny bits of peanut and pretzel. It's really good.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. I also have to give a shout out to more 90s candy like baby bottle pops.
Yes.
Those were great.
Mm.
Baby bottle pop, baby bottle pop.
Ooh,
That's
or the
great.
Nestle Wonder Ball.
Ooh,
Wonder Ball.
What's in the Wonder Ball?
What is in there? I just Googled 90s candy and I'm looking at some chiclets.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Good stuff.
Fruit stripe gum is notable to me because there's a fruit stripe truck that I've seen drive around St. Louis before. Like in the last handful of years, a fully branded like semi-trailer just for
Ouch. Gum. Those ones. Were great. The ones in
God,
the
little-
tin cans.
Yeah.
Those
Yes.
great. Fun dip.
Dip that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
The bubble beeper! The bubble beeper! Oh, runts. I was all about the banana flavored runts, which is another
That's the
thing
one that
I
they all
really-
hated.
I loved it. I loved banana flavor as a kid. Banana Laffy
Yeah.
Taffy was huge for me when I was real little. I'd still
No thanks.
I'd still fall for it now. Yeah, I love
Good
fake banana
stuff.
flavor so much. And it's a real banana flavor from a banana that died in in like I don't know, the 1930s
Press
or
F
something.
to pay
like
respect.
Yeah.
the
Banana
banana.
flavoring as we know it is adapted from one specific strain of the banana plant. And there was some crazy virus or something, just a drought, a scourge, a
Thank you,
plague
Sam.
of these bananas, and they died out. Like, I think there's like one island in Italy where you can still get these bananas, something like that. But yeah, they died out. And then we just had other strains of bananas that took their place. But yeah, the banana flavor you tastes, it doesn't not taste like banana, it just tastes like a banana that died like 80 years ago.
It tastes like a banana that died 80 years ago. That sounds terrible.
It's like the banana that like our grandparents grew
I know
up
what you
on.
mean.
I'm so
Yeah.
upset that I just learned this fact in the last couple of years and I didn't get to like ask any of my grandparents before they died. Hey, do you remember the old kind of banana?
Right? Like
Yeah.
one day, all that's gonna exist is like the cotton candy grapes, right? And it's like,
Ooh.
Grandma, what was real grapes like?
Grapes. We only have cyber grapes.
Right? Yeah.
I first learned this banana fact in a
Hollow
Tumblr
grapes.
post, and the person was writing all of this, and then they said, and you know how I learned this? Reading Captain America fan fiction.
Oh my gosh, I think I remember that.
Right, because
Wow.
Steve Rogers grew up on a different banana than all the other Avengers, except maybe Thor. I don't know if they have bananas on Asgard.
It's
Yeah.
that scene from The Incredibles 2. It's math. You can't change math. It's a banana. How do you change a banana?
Never change banana. HAKAS.
Good stuff. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's read off of our list here.
Yes.
So, Jack, what all is in your list? What did you end up with?
My list is M&M's, Sour Patch Kids, Hershey's Milk Chocolate, Starburst, and Sixlets.
Nice.
Good stuff. Melissa?
I had Reese's Cups, Heath Bar, Take 5, Kit Kat, and my only fruit representative, barely fruit as it is, Pez.
Good stuff.
Mine was Twix, Shockers, Crunch, Nerds, and Butterfinger BBs.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
Indeed. Good stuff indeed.
This
Good
was
stuff
fun.
all around. Yeah. This was fun.
Yeah.
I'm sure we will do these from time to time. Every
Yes.
so often we're just like, let's do a draft one week.
Yeah.
We'll do stuff like that. I also know next week, I know we'll have some movie news to talk about. There was some Spider-Man 3, Doctor Strange news to talk about. So we'll be back next week with that stuff.
God, and the way like news is moving, we could have more news on that by next week. Like, who else is going to be in Spider-Man 3 that they're going to announce in the next 7 days?
Yeah, I did see someone mention my wish of like, well, now that we're bringing in all the multiverse stuff, bring back Sandman. I was just like, yes.
Sandman!
Bring him back.
Yeah. Whew.
So, yeah, Jacq, do you want to plug social media stuff? You have something to shout out?
Yeah, I'm not on social media a lot, but if I am, you can find me at JMayPay on Twitter. That's JayMayPay, or Jacq Attack on Instagram. It's spelled just like the Pixar short. So
there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Melissa, how about you? Where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Wilkywit. That's WILKYWIT. You can see pictures of my Halloween decorations. And I have another podcast launching on Halloween. I can say it now. Yeah,
nice.
me and my brother Jams are doing a podcast called Saturday Morning Obscurities, which is about weird old kids shows. So yeah, we're going to have 2 episodes drop on Halloween, and then we're going to release every 2 weeks after that.
Good stuff. Where do you guys have a Twitter or something where people can follow you? Or is there a website or something?
Yeah, heck, let me bring it up here. Jams is the one who says all this stuff at the end of the episode, so I don't have it memorized yet. But I've got it written down in a document. Oh, come on.
Got it.
Oh, it is at Saturday MO Pod. Oh, wait, no, that's the Gmail. Wait, no, yep, it's the Twitter too. See, I'm still learning. It is Saturday MO Pod.
There you go.
Join us for all your Saturday morning goodness that you thought only you remembered. No, the Wilkinsons also remember.
That has to be the tagline for the show. The Wilkinsons remember. Good stuff. You guys can find me at YoKyleSpringer on Twitter and Instagram. If you guys want to stay up to date with our podcast, we are at the Whatnauts on Twitter. Go like, share, subscribe. We are at 91 subscribers on YouTube.
Hey.
We are inching closer to 100. So if you guys can help us get past 100, that would be amazing. We would love that. Yeah, if you guys could help spread the word, that would be wonderful. Mm-hmm. But with that, I think we will get out of here. I'm just going to kind of skip housekeeping for this week because I think we had too much fun with this. But
yeah.
We'll be back this next week with all of that stuff.
You know what it is.
That said, let's get out of here. This has been episode 115 of the Captain's Log. We will see you next week. Bye.
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 Thank you so much for checking out our podcast. We hope you enjoyed that one. Leave a comment down below who you thought had the best list of candy, or if there was one that you would have picked in your list that we forgot, that we didn't mention. That being said, in the meantime, go subscribe to our channel, which is right up here in this corner, and go watch one of our other videos right down there in that corner as well. That would help us out a ton. Until next time, though, we will see you then. Bye.